Hi, it's Patty. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to make this pretty fall kind of Thanksgiving card using the Gather Together stamp set. I love the designer series paper, and then there's some dies that emboss as well as cut, and these are called the Gathered Leaves dies. So this is all in the new holiday catalog, which you can start purchasing on September 4th, unless you want to become a demonstrator, then you can purchase now. Today is August 21st, I believe. So anyway, these are the dies. Some of them emboss and cut, and then some of them just cut. I made this cute pumpkin card with this set. It's on yesterday's blog. So if you wanted to check that out, you can go to my blog, pspapercrafts.com, and check that out. So I wanted to just show you the designer series paper. So let me get it out for you. It is just beautiful. I'm hoping you can see this. I have both sides showing. And I love the colors, Merry Merlot and Cajun Craze, and what else is there? It is called, it is called Come to Gather, Cajun Craze, Early Espresso, Merry Merlot, Mint Macaron, Pear Pizzazz, Pretty Peacock, and Whisper White. And they're really just beautiful, and I love this. So this is the other side. That's how I have it shown, and I love this. I think they're my favorite pieces. Oh, and this is so pretty, the wood grain. So anyway, I am doing a paper share. If you want in on that, the paper share, you can get a taste of every paper in the holiday catalog, and you can look at my blog for more information on that. So anyway, let's get started. I have my pieces, and we are going to do some die cutting. So I just cut, this is crumb cake, and then this is the piece of designer series paper. So that's pretty cool. And then I used each of these leaves. I did one in crumb cake and two in Cajun Craze. I have to put these on my magnets. I didn't do that yet. This is all fresh off the press or fresh out of the box. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut two of these with this, and then I will cut, I thought I had a piece of the crumb cake. I do have it somewhere. So I will be right back after I cut them out, and then we'll continue on with the card. Okay, so I'm back. So I cut the one leaf with the crumb cake. So I cut that out, and it actually cuts and embosses, which I absolutely love. And then I did the two with the Cajun Craze. So I thought these were really beautiful colors. I love the autumn. And so now we can put the card together. Actually, let me do my stamping. I'm using Cajun Craze ink. And I'm going to just do, the other sentiment. The sentiments here, let me get these out of the way. Gather Together. I'm going to do Season of Thanks on this one. So I'll just ink that up with the Cajun Craze. And then I'm going to cut it out with the, I think it's called the Pretty Label Punch, but I'll have it in my on my blog, pspapercrafts.com, and you can see what all the measurements are and all the products, and you could even purchase the products there. So I'm just going to line it up where I want it and punch it out very easily. So put that away, and then I have this gorgeous ribbon, and this is called the Come to Gather ribbon pack. So all of this gather stuff, it's one big suite, and you could buy individual products or you could buy the whole suite. It's pretty nice. So this is crumb cake, just gorgeous. I hope you can see how pretty it is. And then you get some Cajun Craze baker's twine. So that's nice. And let's actually, I know I'm jumping all over the place, but let's do our inside. On the inside of this, I did the leaf in Merry Merlot, and I did the sentiment in the Cajun Craze. I think I'm going to do both of them in Merry Merlot this time, because I like that. And I'm going to do a different sentiment. So let me get the Merry Merlot out. This is a really pretty color, especially for Christmas. so let me just get that going. And you'll see what it says when I stamp it. How's that? May this season bring you smiles and love that will last all year. And then with the Merry Merlot, I'm going to stamp it off first. So I'm going to ink it up, get it nice and inked. And then I'm going to stamp it on a piece of scrap so that it's a little bit lighter. And let me put this on here. And then I'm going to just stamp it here. So it's the same color, just a little bit lighter shade. So I like how stamping off does that. Okay, so now we can put the card together. So let's get our ribbon. First we want to put our ribbon around. So I'm going to cut it a little bit longer than this layer, so I can wrap it around. Okay, and I've been wrapping it and adhering it in the back with just plain old Scotch tape. I'm finding that works the best. And I'm going to do it a little bit up toward the top, and I will just put a piece this way, take a piece of Scotch tape and place it down. I love the back of this. Isn't that pretty? That's early espresso, I believe. And then we want to just put it, make sure it's straight, and put another piece of Scotch tape down. Okay. And what I can do is put a couple of glue dots in here just to hold this down. It's kind of buckling up a little bit. I might have it a little bit tight, but it'll all work out. So I'm just going to get a glue dot and just kind of shove it under there just to hold it down, and I think I'll put one more in there. You can put tear and tape or liquid glue behind the whole thing, or snail if you want the whole thing just down flat, but I don't think it's necessary. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is figure out our leaves. So let's get them placed, and we'll get our label and kind of get a feel for where we want them. So sometimes you kind of have to place things and see where you want it before you adhere them, and get them in the right place, right position. And it can hang over here a little bit because we're going to put this down on the card base. So I'm going to just pick this up, and I'm going to use a little bit of liquid glue and put it on just the just this part here, just like that. And I kind of go back and forth, see where it sits. That looks good. And we'll put a little bit here. You could put it on the whole leaf, but I don't think you need to. Make sure that's still good. And it's not like critical that it's in a certain position, believe me. And I'm going to put this one a little behind that. Okay. So I think that looks good. And then I'm going to put this down with dimensionals. And then we can put the whole card on the card base. You just have to make sure the ribbon's down before you put it on the card base. And then you could add these leaves later. You don't have to do it all right before the card base. You can do the card base first. All right, so we'll get all the backs off of this. And then we can put this on right here. And that looks good. Okay, and then I'm going to put this on the card base. I'm going to put the inside on, and then we'll just do that little bit of bow. So I just kind of put just a little bit. You don't need a lot if you're using the liquid glue, but whatever your adhesive of choice is fine. Okay, pretty. And let's put this on the inside. I'm going to open this all the way up and then get this settled right here. Okay, I think that's really pretty. I love it. And then I'm just going to take this twine, and I like to do 2 or 3 strands. So I'm just going to cut, fold it, cut this end, and then I'm going to tie a bow. And 2 or 3 is good. I think 1 is a little bit, you don't want it to get lost on the card. So I like to make it a little bit thicker. But 1 is fine if that's your thing. And then I'm going to just cut the edges, make them all nice and neat. And you could put it on the white, you could put it off the white. I think I'll put this one on the white. And I'll just take a little glue dot. I'm just going to roll it in my finger and put it on the back of this. And stick that on. Okay, so that's the card. I think they're both pretty. I love the colors. They're such fall colors, and the paper is beautiful. So stay tuned for my next video, and thanks for stopping by. You have a good night.